How are you guys doing? We are on Australian Survivor Season 9, Episode 6. Very interesting what happened last episode. We have sad boy Alex walking out the game, saving Khan from a possible eviction and saving Sophie as well, because Khan would probably have played his idol. Just from the fact that what's her name? Shay was going to play her idol. That's what I figured was going to happen. And Sophie would be going home. So we come to this episode. Sophie's thinking to herself, I almost went home. This tribe is probably going to vote me out next. So she decided to go to Khan and try to work with him. And she let him know that they were trying to flush his idol. So they should probably work together. No one would expect it, which I thought was a brilliant plan. I was like, oh man, they can really work something out. Now that Khan knows what's going on, they can really do some damage. Unexpectedly, Khan didn't say it to her, but he was like, nope. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to make that move. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, so I can't even say if it's a bad move or not. I just didn't expect that. I thought he was going to seize the opportunity and take control, but he's feeling himself. He got this information, and he rightly assumed that the blind side on him to flush his idol came from Sophie. Well, it actually came from her sister, KJ, but Sophie was part of it. He rightly assumed that, but he doesn't realize that the rest of the tribe actually came up with that plan before Sophie showed up. Khan. So the moment she told him that, he immediately goes to the rest of the tribe and tell them what's going on and tell them that Sophie's being sneaky and she's trying to work with him. I'm hoping it's a good move, but it doesn't look that way. I think they're still going to want to get rid of Khan, but now they want to get rid of Sophie more because they can't trust her. Man, Khan. I thought this information was going to change his game. He's going to realize that the people he thought he can trust, he can't trust anymore. The exact people that want him out happen to be the ones that he trusts the most. So, oh boy, it's unfortunate. He was a good player, but hey, things don't always go the way you want. So there's that. So that's the blue tribe, the water tribe. Then we go to the blood tribe, red ones, and we have Sandra. She wants to get rid of David, as she wanted to get rid of him before, but now she especially wants to get rid of him because he wrote her name down. And every time someone writes her name down, doesn't matter who it is, she wants them out. Problem is, David didn't write her name down. It was Sam that wrote her name down, but she doesn't know that. She accused David. Everyone's like, hey, why didn't Dave just fess up to it? I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, he already did it. Fortunately, no one believes him. He's telling the truth. He didn't write her name down. So she wants to get rid of David, but then there's a twist. Amy, Khan's sister, trusts David. So she wants to save David. So now she wants to get rid of Sandra. Interesting plan. She wants to get rid of Sandra, and she's working together with her closest ally, Jay, who is Alex's cousin, Alex that went home. So those three decided to come up with a plan to get rid of Sandra. But here's the thing, like idiots, they kept the plan between themselves. They kept hanging out all day and discussing the plan. You made a plan. It's over. Now it's time to do the work. Nope. We're just going to spend all day just talking to each other. Why would you do that? You already agreed. Talk to some other people and get them to agree. Nope. They didn't do that. But you know who did? Sandra. She she went to the three big guys that were left out of the vote last time to get when they got rid of Sophie. Those three big guys are Ben, Croc, and Jordan. And then there's Jesse by himself. But right now he's cozying up to the big guys, and he's probably going to start working with them. She goes to them and she says to them that Amy told her that she thinks it's about time that they start splitting up some of those big guys, which is probably something that she did say way before she decided to go against Sandra. But Sandra used that information in that moment, said that she just said it, which got Croc nervous. I don't know why. I think she named him directly. I think she named him directly. So he got a little bit nervous. He's worried. This is the thing. They were on the outside before. All seven of the other people were working together. But now, three grouped off, and now Sandra is stuck with her group now. Her group is Michelle and Mel, one of the twins, and Sam. Sam, who wrote her name down, but she doesn't know that. If she did know that, Sam would be gone. But that's that three. So you got three, you got a 6, and then you got another 5, which are the guys. So they're stuck in the middle there, which is a good place to be because they thought they were on the outer. They were nervous. They thought they were going to go home, but now they're split votes and they're in the middle. Perfectly comfy place. All right. So that's how things are shaping up right now. So we go into the reward challenge. Let's skip a lot of this useless chatter. All right. Here's a reward challenge. All right, reward challenge looks like this. You got 2 platforms on each side. All right, that's the blue one. There's a red one on the other side. 3 players each on each side. 3 from the blue team, 3 from the other team. And they're going to, and Jonathan in the middle there, the host, is going to toss a rugby ball up in the air. It's going to land in the middle there. They have to race to get the ball, and they have to get up on the platform, just like Jordy is up here. They have to get the ball up on that platform in someone's hand, and that is how they score. This one, I believe the blue team scored the first one. So you got, I think this is Mark. No, that's Croc holding down Mark. That's Ben over here. I think that's Jesse. No, is it Jesse? Yes, it's Jesse. Jesse, who is Jordy's brother, and he's holding down Jordan? No, not Jordan. Jordan's cousin, Josh. Josh, I think he's holding on Josh. And in this one, Josh is gonna slip free, I believe, and he's gonna toss the ball up to Jordy, and the blue is gonna score. That's the first point. It's going to be, I believe, red scored maybe 2 points, but all the rest was blue, so they lost the reward challenge. And the reward was food. It was sandwiches like bacon. It's bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, I think. But it looks like a delicious sandwich. Anyways, they're gonna win sandwiches for their reward. get to the reward. Skip a lot of this play. There we go. This is what. All right, as you can see there, you got the blue team on the reward, and this is the sandwiches that they won. All right. I mean, the blue team is killing it so far, even though they lost the last immunity challenge and oh boy walked. In this episode, they're freaking killing it. They're winning. They're winning stuff. So they win. Mark, surprisingly, was thinking there's going to be some kind of advantage on a reward challenge. There's usually advantages on reward challenges. So he stands up in front of everybody because he was worried about, he wanted to get rid of, who did he want to get rid of? Oh yeah, he wanted to get rid of Khan, and he was, and he also wants to get rid of Sophie because of the information that Khan gave everybody. So he was worried about Sophie getting some kind of immunity. So he stood up in front of everyone and he said, I always wanted to do this on Survivor. You guys mind? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And he tosses a table and try to flip it over, and there was nothing below it. And he was just like, oh, I just thought that was amusing. Just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, just look under the table. But why would you just flip it in front of everybody and just be like, oh, there's nothing there? Ridiculous. If there was going to be actual reward, it would probably be in the cooler where the drinks were at, stuffed under the ice, or in one of the sandwich bags. So it's not going to be under a table. But hey, he had to try, right? He could have just looked silently. He didn't have to flip the table, but he did what he did. And there was that. All right, and back to the red tribe, since they didn't get to go on reward, guess what they were doing? Amy, Jay, and David, the three idiots who decide to ally with each other and still haven't talked to the other guys on the tribe to get some numbers together, looking for idols. Looking for idols. The other three that wants to get rid of them, Sandra, Mel and Michelle, and Sam, notice it. So they decide to go out and find and search for idols as well. But in the end, it turns out to be the exact same idol that Shay found, but just on the opposite tribe. The one that's stuck in a tree, and there's a pole on the ground, and you kind of have to use the pole to knock the idol out of the tree. And the one that found it was Amy, which puts us in a situation where we now have Khan having an idol, his sister Amy now having an idol, and Shay having an idol. And I think that's it. Who else has an idol? Well, David had an idol, but that's gone. So that's it for idols. I think because of this little dynamic where Sandra is going against Amy, now Ben is in a good spot, which is Shay's boyfriend. So they might be able to make a run of it. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So we come to the immunity challenge. All right. Let me get a good vantage point of the challenge. No, come on. All right. This seems to be the best we can get. All right. So challenge looks like this. Move this over here. All right. So one person is going to run out, swim, climb this little rope ladder over here, get up here, grab a ball from their team. You see the red, you see a blue over here, and there's going to be red balls on the side over there. Grab a ball from their team, jump into the water, and then swim the ball back to shore. All right. once they're back to shore, all right, the teams are going to be standing on these mats over here. Once they're back to shore, the person who went to collect the ball is going to pass it to whoever is going to be shooting. So they're going to pass the ball to one of their teammates, and that person is going to step over here and shoot it into one of these nets. One net is the red, and it goes down into the chute over here. The other one's the blue, goes down into the other chute over there. And the ones to get all their balls into the net, I think they have to get what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 balls into the chute to win. All right, and the winner is the is the blue water tribe by a huge margin. It could be, probably is, because they just ate food. The other team was just dead in the water, like they had no energy. So it could be because they just won that food reward, that they also won the immunity, right? So all that build up with Sandra going against Amy is going to come to head because their team lost the immunity. All right. So they're doing a lot of scheming and talking. Sandra is planting a bunch of seeds. And then those 3 idiots, Amy, David, and Jay, finally decide to now go and talk to the other people on their tribe to get rid of Sandra. All that time that they were scheming, they wait until they lost the immunity challenge at the last minute to now go and try to form some plans and alliances with those other guys. And then Mel or Michelle, one of the twins, she was out there looking for idols. All right, there you go. Get a little picture of that. Looking for the idols as well. And they all caught up to Amy, and they were all looking around, but no one else noticed except for her that Amy found the idol. And this is the point where she decided to tell Sandra about it. And Sandra immediately used that information to go tell the guys that Amy has an idol. She tells them that and then suggests that they split the vote between Jay and Amy in order to flush her idol. Everyone is agreeing with that. Someone has an idol, it's too much power in the game, they gotta flush it out. Now David is safe, which is what they wanted to do, those 3 dumbasses, but they inadvertently did it by their own expense. So they decided to split the vote. Is going to be 3 on Amy and 4 on Jay. Of course, Amy doesn't know this. If I was her, I wouldn't play my idol because most of the votes are going to go on Jay, but she doesn't know that. But funny thing happened. Jordan has a good relationship with Amy. So as soon as the plan came up and they told him, he decides to go to Amy and lets her know that she should play her idol. He didn't tell her what the plan was. He just let her know that she's not safe. She should play her idol, which is kind of suspicious. If he told her what was going on, she would feel more safer, but he was probably going to vote with the numbers. And the best he could do was just give her a warning to actually play the idol. But he probably shouldn't have done that. That way she could have kept her idol. But I don't think he wants her to have the idol either. So Amy's now nervous. She's talking to everyone. She goes up to Sam. I don't know why you would do that. Sam can't be trusted. She goes up to Sam and lets her know that Jordan just told her that she should play her idol because there are going to be votes her way. And everyone is reassuring her. I think Ben walks up at this point. and everyone's reassuring her that they're voting for Sandra. Don't know how true that is. They could have considered it. I don't know until the idol situation. Who knows? All right. So that happens. Not much else happened after that. So they go to tribal. Everyone is talking. Everyone's talking about, oh, there's a bunch of plants floating around. And Jonathan asked Amy, because Amy said she thinks there's going to be votes coming her way. And Jonathan asked her, why is that? And she kind of hesitated. And and Sanjay was like, you might as well say it. And she said, because I have an idol. And the only people surprised by it is her two allies, the two idiots, Jay and David. Everyone else knows she had an idol. Which you can't really blame her for that. She kept it hidden. She didn't know that one of the twins actually saw her. Not really her fault. But it's funny that only her two allies didn't know she had it. All right, so we go to the vote. we get to the vote, and she plays the idol. Turns out 3 votes on Amy, doesn't count, she played her idol. 3 votes on Sandra, and 4 votes on Jay. Jay goes home right after his cousin. You know what? This game is unpredictable, and what makes it exciting, I don't really feel bad about Jay going home. The way they played the game was just so asinine. I couldn't care less. So it is what it is. And I'm looking forward to the next episode. Very exciting stuff. I think I'm gonna be upset because the way Khan is playing right now, it's probably gonna backfire on him. But hey, it's all fun and games. There's still people playing well. Mark is playing pretty well, even though he's doing ridiculous stuff at the moment. His wife is playing pretty well. On the other side, Sam, she's lying to everybody. And Shay's playing pretty well. And now Ben is starting to step it up. His social game is trash. But his girlfriend Shay is playing very well. She has an idol. She's still holding on to it. I believe everyone knows she has the idol. Okay, yeah, that dude left, which saved her. She didn't have to play the idol. So she and Khan still have their idol, and no one is thinking about flushing her idol, but they're thinking about flushing Khan's idol. She's lucky she's on a trial with Khan, or else she would be public enemy #1. But there you have it. Till next time.